Do you have a one-handed backhand and you just hate it when your opponent hits a ball high to your backhand side? Do you have trouble with those backhands that are up above your shoulders? I've got some tips for you today that are going to help you. Nadal used this against Federer, and Federer had a great backhand, but Nadal was effective. He got some weak replies from Federer, and that was to his advantage. So you have to develop this high one-hander into something you can keep deep, you can hit it hard, and if you get a short one, you can really be aggressive. Now there's differences between the ones when you're pushed back and you're hitting a ball up here and you're behind the baseline. So you're real, the key thing, let's start with the first thing. You need the right grip. So if we look at our racket handle, okay, we give those numbers. 1 is on top, there's 2 on the side, 3 is this flat surface on the side, 4 this flat surface, and 5 on the bottom. Same thing for a lefty going the other way. Now, for these high backhands, you need a minimum of an Eastern backhand grip. So if I use my index knuckle on the inside of the hand and the heel pad down here, those are my 2 reference points. I'm going to put those on number 1, that flat surface right on top, number 1. Now that's minimum. You have to have at least that to hit this shot with power. Now, and control. Now, if you want more spin and to make it easier, you want to go to what I call a semi-western backhand grip. So I'm going to turn my hand this way so that the knuckle and the heel pad are now on number 2. And notice that closed the racket face. If I'm on 1, the racket face is more straight up. When I go to 2, it closes it more. Personally, when I have a high backhand, I like to go to number 2 because I know my racket is not going to be slightly open. Okay, so when I turn it, when I swing up, I know that racket's going to be vertical there or even slightly closed, which is not a bad thing when you're close to the net. And you can take a full rip at the ball. So here's how I want you to start off. I want you to just drop hit some. Just drop a ball, but throw it up high so it can bounce and come up to here. You want it at least shoulder level, if not higher. I let that one drop. I want to hit it high. There we go. And you see, I'm getting good lift, nice high loopy ball over the net, lands deep and bounces up high to my opponent. Now, when the ball is shorter and you want to attack on that high one, you're still going to come back. You know, the initial take back is always high. All right, you're coming back high. But even on a short one, you have to drop the racket down at minimum slightly lower than the contact point where you're going to hit the ball. You have to come down slightly lower to get your net clearance and to get more spin. So even on this short one, I'm starting back high, I drop it down slightly below the ball. Now, here's the difference. On this short one, this may be as low as I drop it. But on the deep one, when I'm pushed back, I can come down more and swing up more and get more lift on the ball, more height, more depth, and more spin. So when it's short and I'm trying to really nail the ball and I'm trying to hit an outright winner or, force a very weak reply, I'm not going to come down as much. I'm going to swing more on a horizontal plane, but I'm still dropping below the ball. You have to. You don't want to start on the same level as the ball, because you're possibly going to hit in the net, or it's going to be really short and give your opponent time to get to it. So now you'll see the difference. The drop, when I drop these short ones, I'm trying to drive it more. Not as much loop and spin and height. Okay, let's take a look in slow motion. Now notice the racket is going to come back high. The racket is up around shoulder height here. Now, from this point, I have to come down slightly below the ball. So there, the racket is dropping. It's below the contact point right now. Okay, from here, I'm going to keep lifting with the legs. And at contact, see, I'm on number 2, semi-western backhand grip, which puts the wrist in a very strong position. And on the finish, both arms going in opposite directions. So again, in slow motion, take a look at the fine points. Racket comes back high, about shoulder height. Now I'm going to drop it down right here. It's dropping down. Now I'm lifting, contact. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that these tips are going to help you hit that high one-handed backhand much, much better. Remember, it's always good to experiment. So let's say you're on number 1 with an Eastern grip. Try going to semi-Western, and it really helps you swing faster. Okay, because you know the racket's not going to be open at contact. Sometimes with Eastern, the racket can be a little bit laid back, and you're trying to muscle it to get a little more vertical. So by going to number 2, it may help you tremendously. Give it a shot. All the best, guys. Please give this video a like, a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel for more tips. Be sure to go to the website, which is in the link below. Get my free forehand, backhand, and serve courses. Free, absolutely free. And in August, the end of August, we're going to have a US Open sale where we'll be selling 13 of my online courses, over 50 years of experience, for a really good price. All 13 courses. So look for that. That'll be coming up. If you sign up for the free courses, I'll have your email address. That way I can send you a notification when that sale is in progress. All the best, guys. Take care.